Hey guys, it's MMOHut here, and today we're at the Tryon/Petroglyph booth for End of Nations. It's a massively or multiplayer RTS game, and today we have Michael Legg here from Petroglyph. Michael is the co-founder of Petroglyph. Michael, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks.
So Michael, why don't you tell us a little bit about End of Nations? What makes it really unique as an RTS?
Well, what I love about End of Nations is that first of all, you've got all the features that are in a traditional RTS that people are familiar with and comfortable with, and then we take that and we blow the doors off it by turning it into an MMO RTS on top of that. So you can still have your cooperative skirmishes, and you can play PvP and play against each other, and things like that. But then we push it all the way up where you can go up to 56-player battles in a single battle map. We've got persistence. You have got a commander. So when you choose your commander, you choose your commander class. You level up your commander. You gain new weapons, new abilities, new super weapons. You unlock points in your tech tree. So your commander levels up, and you unlock more and more units to play. And then we have a persistent metagame that goes on 24 hours a day that you can play multiplayer skirmishes with other players, from faction versus faction, or you can team up with your friends and you can all play together against the Order of Nations. And then ultimately what's great about all this is a full AAA game, huge production budget, and it's free to play.
That is awesome. MMOHut's all about free to play, so we always love to see new free to play games.
Right on.
So let's go ahead and jump right in here. You can kind of guide me through it. We have a playable demo of it behind us, so here you go.
All right. Okay. So go ahead, jump in, start playing. What we're showing here is this map is called Icebreaker, and this is a 2v2 map where you can team up with another friend and play 2-player versus 2-player, and we're playing with people outside on the show floor as well as within this room. And you've got one of our elite companies that you're playing with here. And an elite company is a specialized group, so with enough achievements and wealth that you acquire in the game, you can unlock these elite companies, which has a specialized commander, a specialized hero unit, as well as special abilities and things. So we're actually playing on the deck of a wrecked Order of Nations battleship, and you're competing over resources. So if you now you've just jumped into a game live too, so the headquarter shields just went down. So down here is your unit tray. Okay. Here are now these units. You can click on these units to restore them. They got destroyed, and you can click to repair them and bring them back in. So click these red guys right here. Also click back and get your hero unit here. So these guys will paradrop back into the battle, and you'll have your full complement going again. You can also drop down turrets. You have tactile structures. Every commander class has a different set of tactile structures that you can also bring live into the battle. And then over here, you also have special abilities that you can do for your commander class. That is over here. So you can see your turrets are dropping in, your things are rebuilding, and here's your guys up over here. Well, actually, those are your allies right over there. So let's see, get up over here, come down a little bit, and let's see, there you are, yeah, Control A, select all. Yeah, Control A will select all your units, and you'll see them, and then you can start right-clicking, issuing attack orders. There they are. Okay, there's your big super unit right there. And so basically, yeah, so what you're trying to do is, on this map here, you're trying to capture these victory points. Now, whoever has 2 victory points will, the shields of the other guys will go down. So if you capture these victory points, your headquarters will lose, your headquarters will gain shields, and the other side will lose shields. You might want to move out of the way here. There's an enemy, some kind of super weapon getting ready to attack on you. So there are, along this map, there's resource points to capture that will give you tactical wealth, which is listed over here, which you can use to purchase things, including super weapon attacks and things like that. And you also have victory points, and so you want to try and get 2 or more victory points. So you got your enemy over here attacking you as well, and unfortunately you don't have an ally over here helping you, so the things are a little more stacked against you, yeah. And then you can single click on units in your unit tray if you want to select a particular unit, and then you can see their special abilities pop up, so that every unit has some special abilities that you can apply.
Gotcha. So what are some of the special abilities like Blitz, Missile Storm, Explosion?
Yeah. So Blitz basically gives everybody on your team more damage and more speed for a limited amount of time. And what was one of the other ones? Like Missile Storm rains in a whole bunch of missiles. There's another one, Snowblind, which will create a big kick up a lot of snow and ice around you and makes you invisible to the enemy for a while. The guys up here in blue are your allies, and so that's somebody else working for you. And then the guys in red are the enemy. Now
he has flying units.
Yeah. So there's artillery units, ground units, and artillery. Artillery, ground, and land. Now you kind of came into this battle kind of midway through, and usually when you play a battle like this, where you're playing 2v2, everybody queues up and the game starts at the same time. And you can scroll in and out with your mouse wheel. And your commander currently is level 5. So as you play through the battle, your commander's going to level up, and that'll unlock new things in your tech tree. So you can choose like what types of new units to add to your army, what types of new technologies and super weapons you want to play with, and it plays and controls just like a very traditional real-time strategy game. So like I said, this game here that you're playing in right now, this is a 2-player versus 2-player battle map. We've got 4v4, 8v8, you can play co-op, you can play competitive, and we go all the way up to 28 versus 28 in a single battle map.
So, being that you've worked on this, what should be my tactical, where should I go right now? What should be my...
Well, let's see, you're the Blitz. See, unfortunately, you've kind of started in here kind of late. What I would do is, let's regroup your units and kind of get them up out of the way, get them up behind these turrets up here. So kind of let the turrets take some brunt of the damage while you figure this thing out. Now you also have these controlled unmanned ground vehicle facilities here, and they're sending guys out also that are going to kind of like help defeat. So you're starting to push some of these guys back pretty good. So group your vehicles together, and you can also, if you want to call in another company, you can do that too. So maybe you want to go click here and change your company out. Now right now you're playing Liberty Brigade. Wait, I'm sorry, you're playing the Blitz. Click Liberty Brigade and click Change Company. And this is another nice thing in the game. It lets you dynamically change out different companies that you've pre-assigned. So what's going to happen is your guys are going to leave the game, and then you're going to have a new, in your landing zone now, you're going to have the Liberty Brigade units show up. And these guys are more about long range. So they're going to do a lot of like long range artillery strikes and more about keeping at a distance. So now so you can see this guy right here, you got the Moose. He fires very, very, very long range. You can see that these guys are cloaked, they stealth out, and this should give you a pretty good advantage because these guys have so much range. In fact, I would take them and maybe move them down here, and then you can start pushing the front. It looks like the other guy that was attacking you has kind of moved away.
Move this guy back here because it looks like
Yeah, get him out of the way, but he's still really good. Now, if he dies, the thing about this is that's good too is you can always use tactical money to pull them back into the game. So as you capture resource points and continue the battle, you'll gain more wealth within the tactical battle, and you can reinforce them and bring them back. But
What's the achievement complete proficient technique?
Oh, I think something happened. I think you might have laid down a certain number of turrets, or you might have one of the units might have repaired somebody. Yeah, you can click over here. Their ability is an EMP blast. So you can just click on any of these guys and do an EMP blast, and it'll stun the enemy units if it doesn't kill them.
So I noticed that they're not. I can't really attack. I noticed I can't really attack with them. They're kind of just always stealth.
Oh, they will attack. I mean, once you click over and issue an attack order, they will go attack. They're just kind of sitting stealth as their default state.
I guess we should move out a little bit.
Yeah, now that you're doing that, now there's Paladin. He's the enemy guy over across the way from us. So that's good, keeping him in the back. So yeah, you're pretty good. Now I'd say start pushing the front. In fact, if you want, move down to the south down here, and let's go capture that capture point down there, the victory point, and that'll at least get your shields turned back on. So grab all your units and maybe run down here, down below. Yeah, head down to the south this way. Here we go. So now we're gonna grab the victory point back. Now victory points are much more effective with infantry units. You can capture, so because this happens to be an all vehicular loadout, it goes a little bit slower. But once you capture this victory point, you can see that your enemy has one victory point and there's 2 contested victory points. So once you get this victory point away, your shields will go back up, and the enemy's shields will drop, and you can start attacking his UGV factories, the unmanned ground vehicles, which are these guys, as well as ultimately attack his headquarters and destroy his headquarters.
So this is very frenetic. There's always stuff going on, always guys attacking. My guy's moving out, so it's not. There's never like a dull time where you're just building up resources.
There are actually different types of maps and different types of scenarios that you can play in. You've almost got it. It's coming back around here. So yeah, we've got different missions. Where you can play. You can play as a team and play co-op against. Go and do offensive missions to go capture a map. There's other missions where you can play cooperatively and fend off waves of incoming units. We've also got capture the flag, where you can actually go and capture a flag from a base and run the flag back to your base. So there's a lot of different maps that have different play styles and stuff. This one just happens to have 2v2, but then there's also autonomous enemy units that are attacking you too. That just keeps you really, really busy and on your toes. Okay, you've got it. So now you've got one victory point. So now if you want to go up and try and maybe capture the middle victory point up here, or you can work your way up around the top and come across over here. But if you go capture the other victory point, then you'll take the other guy's shields down. And if you want to try another company, you can also at any time switch your company out and try a different type of company. So we've got Alpha Company and Bravo, and you can see your units that you have in here. So look at Bravo Company. Bravo Company has a bunch of infantry, it's got turrets, it's got some strike vehicles. So you can with a little bit of a time penalty, you can also switch to your other companies as well.
All right, we'll do that.
Yeah, and then they'll parachute back in. So that also gives you a kind of a tactical, battlefield dynamic, is switching up companies. You might realize that you brought the wrong units into the battle, and when you have these different companies, you can switch out.
Well, I think we are running a little bit out of time, but I really appreciate actually taking a look at all this. Now, when can we expect beta, open release? When is that scheduled?
Well, right now we are in alpha. There is an alpha running right now. It's live. We'll be in beta within oh man, he just got hit you with a super weapon. You'll be in beta within a few weeks, and then we'll be launching later on this year, later in the summer.
Great. It was really nice meeting you, Michael, and I really appreciate it, and I look forward to playing it once it comes out in the beta.
Thanks for coming and checking it out.